Hi Virgo, welcome. Thanks so much for tuning in to my channel, The Fool's Journey Tarot. You are watching a general love reading for the sign of Virgo for this coming week. Today is Monday, August 10th. So this is a general love reading, and that means that it can apply to just about anything, romantic relationships or otherwise, so keep that in mind. Also, I want to remind you to be flexible with the energy. Don't be overly concerned about the gender of the cards or the pronouns I'm using to describe them. It's about the energy of the card, not the gender. You can also mix and match the roles within the reading. That means you can be represented by any of the characters that shows up in the cards or none of them at all. You might feel like you're cross-watching for somebody that you're dealing with. So parts of this reading may resonate for you and other parts may not. Take what does and leave what doesn't. My intention is to reach those that need this message and will benefit from it. So I hope that's you today, Virgo. I hope that you feel like this reading not only was entertaining and fun to watch, but hopefully was helpful and beneficial to you in your life somehow. So Virgo, we'll get started after I give this first deck one more good shuffle. And we're going to see what's in the cards for Virgo for this coming week in August. Here we go. So we're going to start off with Judgment, paired with the Six of Swords. The Devil in reverse. Eight of Pentacles. 10 of Cups, the Magician in reverse, Ace of Swords, and then we have the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, Virgo, so I feel like you have a very strong opportunity in your path right now. I feel like you have something very significant available to you. This could be anything. Could be a new job, could be a new creative endeavor, could be a new project, could be a new connection for you. An individual that maybe you're going to collaborate with and create something with. This could be anything, but it feels very, very strong. It feels very, very significant. I feel, however, that I feel like you're definitely aware of it. This is not something that's going to, smack you on top of the head and surprise you. Like, oh my gosh, here's this opportunity. I didn't even see it coming. No, I feel like you have a significant awareness regarding this opportunity. But I also feel like you're trying to get out or unstuck or get away from a situation where you haven't been able to maybe work to your full potential, or I feel like you've been maybe restricted or held back. There may have been some obstacles in the way. There may have been something that has been holding you back or keeping you from this opportunity. And I think that you're making some decisions to change that for yourself, to get out of that situation. Now this could be in the form of maybe you're in the the wrong location. Maybe you need to relocate for this opportunity, or maybe you're surrounded by the wrong people who are negatively influencing you, or maybe you've been in a situation where you've got the wrong resources available to you, or you don't have the right resources at all, or maybe you've been restricted because you haven't been able to save enough money, or something of that effect. But there's something I think that's been holding you back, something that's been keeping you from working to your full potential so that you can achieve or obtain this Ace of Pentacles. Feels like a brand new opportunity. It feels like a very big opportunity. It feels like something that will have a very positive and powerful impact in your life, whatever this is for you, Virgo. I think part of the problem and part of what's been maybe holding you back is that you've been maybe a little bit more invested in making sure people around you are happy, or being there for others, or your priorities have been skewed a little bit, not necessarily focused on what you need to do or what you want. It's more about maybe taking care of others. Maybe you provide for other people. Maybe you're a parent. Maybe you are, have family that you're caring for, people that you're looking after. But I feel for some reason that you need to get out of the situation where you're restricted by the fact that you have other things on your mind rather than this thing that I think needs your full attention and needs all of your energy. I think in order to obtain this, you really need to go full force after it and kind of shift your priorities. And I think that's where you might be at this point in time, Virgo. So that's quite a lot of information from this first set of cards. I don't normally get detailed messages like that from the first 8 cards. So we'll see what else comes up and see if we can get some more information for you. So we have the Fool in reverse, and then we have the Magician in reverse again. The Sun, Judgment in reverse this time, Ace of Swords in reverse this time, Death in reverse, and then the Ace of Pentacles in reverse this time, clarifying this Ace of Swords. Interesting. So we have the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords, once in the upright, once in reverse. And then we have the 9 of Pentacles. Okay, so you may have been a little reluctant or hesitant about making this decision where you're kind of freeing yourself. You are stripping away the restrictions, or getting away from the oppression, or this feeling like you have these obligations or responsibilities. I feel like you realize that it's maybe what has held you back or kept you from this opportunity. And in order to obtain this Ace of Pentacles, you need to have the ability to do that and focus a little bit more on yourself. Again, maybe you've been restricted by caring for others, or responsible for others in some way, or providing for others, or trying to make other people happy, and that's what's kept you from this Ace of Pentacles, because you needed a little more independence or the ability to focus a little bit more on yourself. And I think that maybe you've been a little bit concerned or worried about making this change in your life, because it will put you on a different path. But I think that you've realized that to a certain extent you've been controlled by or kept from going toward this opportunity because you're controlled by this need to assist others or help others, or restricted by others, or making sure other people are happy, have what they need. I get the strong feeling, Virgo, like you are a provider, or you are a protector, or you could be, a mother or a father, a parent. Maybe you are somebody who has a large family, and you've been working hard to put food on the table and pay the rent or mortgage. I just feel like Virgo has had a lot of responsibility. Lots of responsibilities toward others. And I do feel like you're probably one of those people, Virgo, who you put others first because that's the person that you are. And so it's not necessarily been a bad thing that you've been, I think, significant asset and benefit to other people in your life. But it's also kept you from moving towards something for yourself. And you could be at this point now where you have this opportunity, but in order to do that, you have to realize that the brakes have been put on because of limitations, I think, that you've set for yourself, restrictions that you've set for yourself, and you haven't been able to live to your full potential because of those decisions you made for yourself. To look after, be responsible for, or care for others. So let's get some more cards out for you. We have the Six of Cups in reverse, Temperance, Eight of Pentacles again in reverse, Nine of Cups in reverse, Seven of Swords in reverse, Page of Cups in reverse, Three of Wands in reverse, and then we have Nine of Pentacles in reverse. We got a lot of repeats. So Virgo, there may be certain level of resentment building up, or maybe some hard feelings. I get the sense that not only have you been resistant to making this change so that you could have this opportunity, but I think that you've also maybe even built up a certain level of resentment or some hard feelings toward others because you realize that because the position that you put yourself in, and again, I don't necessarily feel, I mean, it's possible that you feel like you've had these obligations and you really haven't been able to get away from the situation that you're in because you have certain obligations. But I think you're realizing that because of your situation, things that you would want for yourself or things that you're hopeful for yourself have not come to be, have not transpired for you because of the situation that you're currently in. And if you continue on the same path, you're going to miss out on this opportunity, this Ace of Pentacles. If you stay in the position that you're in right now, not only is it going to cause you to possibly build up some resentment and maybe affect the relationships that are significant to you in a negative manner, but you also won't be able to obtain this Ace of Pentacles if you stay where you are. So I feel like to a certain extent you realize this about your situation, and maybe it's time to balance the situation out and fix it. Maybe it's time to make some changes so that we can balance the scales a little bit. Virgo can concentrate on Virgo for a little while instead of everybody else. And not only will that be a positive thing for you, Virgo, but it will be a positive thing for the relationships that you're involved with, because if you can balance things out and have some positive things coming your way, then you're also going to keep yourself from feeling negative emotional reactions towards those surrounding you that maybe you feel obligated to or feel restricted by, or that can create some problems within relationships if you're starting to feel like it's never about Virgo. It's always about other people. Virgo's always got to look out for others, care for others, these obligations. So, and there's nothing wrong with that. Of course, in the significant relationships that we all have in our lives, we take care of each other, right? But I get a very strong sense from the set of cards that I'm looking at, Virgo, that maybe you have put a little bit too much emphasis on others, and as a result, it's really caused some problems for you. And more so than anything else, it's kept you from really reaching your full potential. doing what you want to do for yourself, whatever makes you happy, but also reaching your full potential. And that's not what you want out of life. Ultimately, you've got to balance this out. So 8 of Pentacles in reverse could indicate that you're in a job that's not satisfactory for you, or something that's just not floating your boat anymore, something that doesn't motivate you to get out of bed in the morning. I just feel a loss of passion, a loss of strength within the relationships that you're dealing with, again, because there's this level of, I get the word resentment quite a bit, but you could be, just feeling a little bit resentful towards the people around you because you feel like you're being restricted from doing what you want to do, what's good for you, and what's right for you in your path. So let's get some more cards out here for Virgo and see what else we get. Hermit. Ten of Cups in reverse this time. Tower. Five of Wands. King of Swords in reverse. Four of Wands in reverse. 10 of Swords. And then we have the Emperor. So we have an Emperor, we have a King of Swords in reverse. I do feel like this is the energy of Virgo, and I want to remind you, female or male, it doesn't matter. You can certainly embody this energy, but I do get the sense that the King of Swords could represent your higher self, and I do feel like you're a little down on yourself right now. This could also be someone in your environment or someone that you're dealing with. But I think this person has probably instilled a little bit of doubt. And again, it could be your own energy. Some negative self-talk going on here, or some doubt with regard to choosing a new path or making some different decisions for yourself. And there could be some push and pull going on here with regard to the people that surround you, especially the people that you're responsible for, that you're obligated to, or that you feel depend on you. I do get a strong sense from these cards that Virgo is dealing with at least one, if not multiple, people. And again, this could be a situation, a family situation, family dynamic, where there's multiple people depending on you. This could be a workplace situation where you're in this job where you have a lot of responsibility and obligations to others, but this is creating some imbalance in your life and some unhappiness. I almost get the sense with these cards that it's almost like it's never enough. Virgo's thinking it's just never enough. I could sit here and spin my wheels all day, every day, 24/7, and it's never going to be enough. There's a sense that the people surrounding you are never happy or never satisfied, or there's always more to be done, more obligations to fulfill, more people that need this, need that from Virgo. And I just feel like there's a significant sense of imbalance, and to a certain degree it's definitely negatively impacting some significant relationships in your life. Six of Cups in reverse. Six of Cups indicates people who are soulmate energies. This doesn't have to be a romantic partner. It can be people that are in your life for a long time, people that have been in your life since childhood, people that have come back from your past, people that you have a soul contract with, a person or people. I keep saying people because I feel like this is multiple people, but it could just be one person that you're responsible for that kind of takes up a lot of your energy. You put a lot of effort into whatever obligations you have with regard to these people or this person. And I think you've come to realize that you're going to have to kiss this opportunity goodbye unless you make some changes. And I think you've come to realize that. Not only that, I think that you realize also that you are ultimately the one who's in control of the situation. And if you allow it, Virgo, you could potentially be feeling a little bit insecure about this opportunity, maybe feeling like it's not right for you, or you can't, you're not going to be able to obtain this opportunity, or whatever. Obstacles in the way, right? Restrictions, obligations. Life tends to get in the way unless you take control and make some changes for yourself. And maybe, again, I don't feel like this is an opportunity that is just fallen into your lap unexpectedly. I feel like there's something that you know about, something that you're very aware of, that maybe you have even tried to obtain for yourself in the past, or something you've been hopeful for in the past that you just haven't been able to nail down or get right, or whatever this is. And I feel like you have this opportunity again, and you realize that unless I make some significant changes in my life, and this could be in the form of changing my job, or moving locations, or getting some of these people that are relying on me up on their own feet and a little bit more independent and secure within themselves, so I can start moving towards something for myself, says Virgo. I do feel like you've come to the realization that you need to make some significant changes for yourself, and that you are responsible for that ultimately. You're the one who's going to be able to take control of the situation and make it happen. And considering, Virgo, what you do for others based on what I'm seeing in this reading, you could certainly make it happen for yourself. You've just got to stop. You've got to balance things out a little bit, set some different priorities, and put yourself first, at least once in a while, or this won't go anywhere, or this will be a done deal for you. It will not be available to you if you don't change your priorities. So let's get this last round of cards out for Virgo, see if we can't get anything else. We have the Five of Cups, Page of Cups again, but this time in the upright position. The Moon in reverse. Knight of Cups. The Hierophant in reverse. Death again. Or is Death out here? Death may not be out here yet. Oh yeah, it is. It's in the reverse up here. Right down here. Two of Pentacles. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so there's Virgo, Queen of Pentacles. It's clear as day. Virgo, you are represented by the Queen of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, and the Emperor. And again, this is somebody who's extremely loyal, very compassionate, a caregiver, somebody who puts others first. This is somebody who's happy when other people are happy. This can be a maternal energy, an actual mother. But this is somebody who's got it all together. She's hardworking, she's dependable, she's reliable, she's loyal. And this is somebody who's also, you could be doing quite well for yourself financially with this Nine of Pentacles out here. This indicates somebody who really got a lot of control, a lot of power, a lot of strong qualities that other people look to. And I think you may have a situation on your hands where people have become overly dependent upon Virgo. And you've complied. You've allowed that to happen to a certain degree because it's the type of person that you are, Virgo. It's the type of person you are. But as a result, you've sacrificed. You've been sacrificing things that you know would be good for you, things that you want in your own life, and allowed them to, fall to the wayside. You've allowed things to dissipate before your eyes, things that would be good for you or beneficial to you or exciting for you or new opportunities for you, because you have these obligations, because you're caring for others. And I don't think that sense of that caregiver and loyalty and compassion that you have is going to go away. I don't think it's going to go away, but I think that it needs to be balanced out. And there might be people surrounding you, Virgo, that they're not going to like this change. You may even hear some harsh words from some significant people in your life that don't feel very good because you're making some decisions for yourself. And they're going to say, you know what, you're doing the wrong thing. You're hurting other people. You're affecting the happiness of others if you go in this direction. And they're going to instill some doubt in your head and keep you from thinking that this is something that you want and that you need for yourself. And as a result, you're going to end up digging your hole deeper with regard to this level of animosity or resentment, or maybe you just start feeling bitter and angry, and that's not going to be a good place to be, Virgo, if you don't balance out this energy and focus on yourself a little bit. You deserve it. Everybody deserves to have happiness in their life. You're not obligated just to live for other people. And if you are a mother, and I'm a mother of two, I get it. You want to do what's best for your children, your family, your spouse. You want to put food on the table and make sure you have a happy home and all that good stuff. I get it. But there comes a point in time when you have to reflect on what kind of impact that's having in your own life, and is it healthy for you to only care for others and never for yourself? Is that a healthy way to live, Virgo? I think you're realizing that it's not, and then maybe it's time to make some changes. The cards are indicating it's time to make some changes. So if you're looking for a sign from Spirit's saying, yep, Virgo, go for it. You need to make some changes, and you need to do something for yourself. Something that's positive for yourself. And be careful. Don't listen to the naysayers. Don't listen to the people who are going to put negative thoughts in your head or make you feel bad about your decisions. Don't listen to those people, and they will be there. They will be there. They'll instill doubt. That's their purpose, because if they don't instill doubt in Virgo's going to have less of an impact on their own lives, and you're providing a lot for these people that surround you. You're making a lot of people happy, but you're not doing that for yourself. That's what the cards are telling me. And so I'm just giving advice based on what I see in the cards, Virgo. It's time to focus on yourself. So let's get one Dreams of Gaia tarot card for Virgo, and then we're going to wrap this up. I'm going to do one more shuffle. And I get the sense too, this has probably been something that's been going through your head for a while, and maybe a decision that's been on your plate for a while. I don't think this is new. This doesn't feel like new energy to me. This feels like something that you've been dwelling on for a while, especially with the Six of Cups, Page of Cups in reverse, Ten of Cups in reverse. I get the feeling like there's something, this is something that you've been thinking about for a while. And again, the relationships in your life are certainly being affected by your energy and how you feel about yourself in your own life. So we have the Eight of Air in reverse. I haven't pulled this card in a really, really long time. It's a potential blockage. I know the Eight of Air in this particular deck, it would be the Eight of Swords in the traditional Rider-Waite. This one has a little bit of a different meaning. The image is quite striking. It looks a little bit to me like the Two of Swords, but it's the Eight of Air, or Eight of Swords. So this was in reverse, potential blockage, and I'm going to read this, Virgo, and then we're going to wrap it up. So this potential blockage is about a page long. I'll display the card for you in the upright. And here we go, Virgo. The Eight of Air reverse signifies the need to question our memory of past conversations or situations. Why? because our memories are not always accurate. In fact, unless we are blessed with perfect recall, our memories can be distorted and our recollection flawed. Memories fade, and sometimes important details are forgotten. Sometimes our memories can become conflicted as one experience becomes confused with another. They can merge and mingle so that context and content are changed dramatically. There are also times when we become so focused on a detail that we no longer have any recollection of the true nature of the entire experience. We see the detail instead of the bigger picture that we have blocked out. Memories can also be distorted by our ego, emotions, beliefs, perspective, understanding, perception, and our overall mental health and physical well-being. Simple changes in diet, a lack of sleep, and illness can hamper our ability to remember, and if our ability to remember is affected, then it follows that what we recall is only a partial memory, not necessarily a complete one. If you want an accurate log of your experiences, the 8 of Air recommends that you keep a journal that you write in every day. Write everything down, write the story of your life. That way, when you look back at a moment in time, you have a written account of that moment that, while still being one that is only from your perspective, will be a more accurate memory than memory alone. The 8 of Air signifies the importance of not giving our memories too much power or influence over our present. Yes, there are times when we experience moments that change our lives so dramatically that we will never forget them. But there are also times when our egos, as magical and as wonderful as they are, can alter our memories in order to make them fit a reality of our making. Sometimes they can rewrite the entire script, changing the dialogue and create a moment that never happened, and believing that it did will not make it any more real. Be sure that what you believe you experienced is really what happened. Be sure that your recall is as accurate as possible, especially if you are currently caught up in a he said, she said situation. Everything changes with the passage of time, including our memories. Sometimes it serves us better to remember that our memories can be altered and not allow them to confuse a situation in the present. When you are asked to question everything, remember, sometimes that means questioning yourself more than anyone else. So this could apply to your situation because I do feel like you're struggling with some decisions that you've been trying to make, and I do feel that there are people, and if this isn't your higher self, there could be people around you that are casting some doubt. Maybe you're reflecting on your past, maybe you're reflecting on some of the things that you've done or how you provided for other people, the obligations that you have. Maybe again, this could have something to do with past events where you keep thinking that, okay, I just need to do this for a little bit longer, and then I can change my direction, or I can change my path, or this person needs this, so if once I accomplish that, then I can change my path, or I can change my mind about something. So you might be kind of holding yourself back because of the way you're thinking, or how you're recalling events, or maybe how you're recalling promises, or again, obligations or things you've said in the past. That could be how this card applies for you, Virgo. So anyway, I'm going to leave that here. I hope that this reading was helpful. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope you got something significant out of it. If it did resonate, please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment if you want to. Virgo, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope I see you again next time. Bye.